Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's part 2 of Daily 7-Eleven, where we're learning to be a better gamer from Innovation, who tragically lost the last game. But I think that these 2 early losses will help us establish how glorious the upcoming victories will be. And I like that. I like that quite a lot. We're going to watch things more from Innovation's point of view this game. We're going to speed it up quite a bit. Innovation's going to do more or less the same damn thing that he's been doing in all these games on King Sejong Station, which is a really hard map for Terran, I think, against Protoss, because all these arenas are super legit places to throw down pylons. I mean, you have probably 50% of the map that's super good pylon locations. Hero just Mothership Core rushes and does a whole lot of good. But yeah, same thing. Getting the +1, getting stim. Now, I'll just make this simple statement. Hero is making himself a defense that is going to be pretty gosh darn strong for the 11-minute mark. With this fast +1 build, 11 minutes is right around the time when your 1-1 is done, your medevacs are done, your stim and your other assorted pastries are done. I mean, look, we got +1, we got Colossus, we're going to get blank, kind of similar-ish, except it's a slightly more inexpensive play that we're seeing out of Hero that will allow him to get a slightly earlier expansion. Medevacs from Innovation. Will they be able to apply pressure? 6 gateways, I remind you. 6 gateways. Slightly earlier Nexus than before, because we have a slightly later second forge from Protoss' point of view. But Innovation with these 4 medevacs just does so much work. The 11-minute mark is the strength of this game. This is what is allowing Innovation to get this command center, to get these other barracks, and give them time to get add-ons. It will give Innovation time to get second engineering bay and armory. Notice that we can't research anything. It's a nice 1-1 timing, but it's slightly delayed 2-2. Just keep that in mind. Every build order has its trade-offs. And this pressure allows Innovation to know exactly what he has to build. If he sees Colossus, he can get Vikings, as we see him doing. If he sees Templar, he can get Mines, as we saw him do once. A very, very, oh, just barely sort of moment. In a slightly counterintuitive circumstance, we see that, indeed, Blink Stalkers are okay to overbuild against this style. Normally, you don't really want more than a few. We see Hero just layering them in. Great way to pick off these small troops. And I want to speed this up because it's more or less a typical looking game. Innovation tries to apply pressure. I mean, look at their supplies. Fairly even. This delayed gas out of Hero to get himself a whole shite load of gateways. But then he's not as cautious as he was in the last game. Hero has a little bit more comfort. He can see more of the map. He sees less, or he has already engaged Innovation in a number of pressure exchanges, so Innovation is not as lean with his losses as he was in the last game. We see ever so slightly more. And a very standard looking game ensues. This is what makes this map so hard, in my eyes, for Terran. I think that this should probably get walled off by depots for Terran, probably. But even then it's hard to say, because Colossus can swing around. We just see a more or less very good game. Hero does all the trademark moves. Innovation does all the trademark moves. It's all just a battle of positioning and control that I would analyze, but it takes a long time to talk about the positioning and the what-ifs, and that's not really the goal of today's episode. Just note that at this moment, ask yourself, when could Innovation have lost? If you were Innovation, what moment could you have lost? But now, probably none. And that's really Innovation's strength, is that he can almost always get to this point in the game. Very rarely does he just die to early pressure. And as a treat for Protoss players, ooh, how do you break through this strong Terran? Oh, whatever will I do when Terran is on 4 bases? Oh, he's built planetaries, he's got the watchtowers, he can even take this expansion. I mean, Innovation's playing really frickin' good. We even see Innovation has 12 ghosts and is getting 5 more ghosts. His money's low because he's losing Marines and Marauders and replacing them with the much more costly, much more boss ghost. Innovation still withstanding this. Innovation also tossing away SCVs, replacing them with mules. This is such a good game for Innovation. Notice how Innovation is not forcing any big battles. He is not forcing any notable major engagements. He's waiting until he has a very juicy Giganto force. And the only reason that Innovation falls in this game is because Hero begins to make a whole boatload of Tempests, and Innovation gets hit by a couple of storms. And a Mass Tempest force, you say? Indeed, Mass Tempest is what wins. Ho! Alright. So now at this point in time, we would see that Innovation would be... where is Innovation Squirtle? There we go. We would see a player in the lower bracket, perhaps a player with frustration, perhaps a player more willing to do some sort of all-in type play. What instead we're going to see from Innovation is, you know, really lean play. I want to try to invent a word other than lean, because I think that's slightly ambiguous. Efficient is really ambiguous. Lean makes sense to me because I know what I'm talking about. But that is the flaw of communication. If I know what I'm talking about, it doesn't have value. I need you to know what I'm talking about. I guess I'll call it a just conserve units versus deal damage is really what I'm going for when I say lean. Let me not choose a different word. Let me just define lean for you. Lean unit usage. I'm just gonna think of the word I want to choose, and I'm gonna explain the concept. Innovation is going to do a build where he attacks, but his goal is less to deal damage and more to keep himself alive. You heard me talk a lot in the previous series that Innovation is great at making the game go on longer and nailing the opportunities then. And we're going to see Innovation do it in all of the next 4 games in very weird ways. So here's Innovation going for a gas barracks play. Typically, we see someone who starts getting very aggressive. We even did an episode on Maru who did this a while, maybe even 2-3 weeks ago. Maru doing a super hyper aggressive play. Watch this. Okay, here's some just freaking brilliant unit positioning. Anytime we see a 1-1-1 opening, there's generally some cutesy combo push, like Hellion drop at the back, Marine push at the front, or a Marine mine drop, or a Marine mine medevac push. Innovation does something very weird. He sends 1 mine, totally unprotected, just sends it. In the meantime, he has his first medevac, his second mine, and his original barracks all rallied up. First mine just burrows comfortably at the front, and I want you to appreciate everything we're going to see here. First, reactor goes down. Lovely. Second, command center goes down at the expansion. You will see this in virtually every game from Innovation. He almost never puts a command center up here. It's almost always at the expansion. And the reason is because he does attacks like this. Third mine being produced just to deal with oracles. But look at this. Look at this. This is just a really, really elegant, simple attack. Innovation is not going even for a worker line. He's going for the ramp, the space in between the nexuses. This is a way to get a lot of value out of your units. This medevac will just bring units to whatever doesn't get overcharged. If the main gets overcharged, then great, these units are going to go to the expansion. If the expansion gets overcharged, great, these units are going to go for the main. He drops in between. And this allows him to just walk that original mine up. Look at this, just walks it right up. That's amazing. Target fires will unfortunately have to time warp and lose the Mama Ship Core. Now behind this, Innovation is just building 2 barracks. These haven't been producing anything. This reactor just got done. There's no other Marines here. I can't think of how often you see a player with 1 medevac and he'll float it and sort of lackadaisically float around here and go, oh, there's a stalker, I guess I'm gonna go home. Innovation is like up in his face, even has the Widow Mine right here. I mean, everything's gonna fall. But then we see another stroke of brilliance from Innovation. The only way this attack was able to stay alive is because of these 3 gateways. So Innovation now just has to make sure that he can stay alive versus a 3 gateway counter push. Yeah, alright, great. Where's Movements Lost tab? There we go. Yep, Innovation lost everything in that fight. Even biffs here a little bit and loses the mine. But it's this defensive focused play. And notice that there's nothing elaborate or different going on in the main. He's still going for the medevacs. Still going for the 3 racks with this look. It's gonna mule, or excuse me, I guess supply depot drop. He gets his engineering bay to get upgrades. He just bends himself right back and sees that there are some sentries here. And because he watched the After Hours Gaming League, he knows how potent a threat it is to go for Sentry Tempest. God, I hope you saw that game. And then she does a very small little drop. Now, remember, I talked quite a bit about dealing damage versus just trying to keep units alive. This is an example of a drop whose goal it is to just deal damage, to get stuff in position, because Innovation has a clear kill sequence after that, which is just take these units and go kill him. Innovation could potentially engage this, but in an arousingly boring move. She pulls back and waits. And just sits here and waits. And he's just going to sit here and wait. There's a blink in there. It kills off a reactor. Very cautiously engaging. I mean, he's not trying to kill this off. You saw him just pull back. He's just waiting. Okay, he's just waiting. The medevac drop that was there, that was supposed to do the kill sequence, whoops, turned out was a little bit of an error, a little bit of an aberration from Innovation's normal keep your damn units alive play. And we see him, by and large, right now, just keeping his damn units alive. And the best part about when you are a player who just keeps your damn units alive, you often just get to go attack him at the front of his base and frickin' kill him. Because Terran does have the ability to out-macro Protoss in these mid-game periods. They will just have more stuff than you do. Watch this other sexy play. Ever had this happen where you have a whole bunch of force fields? And you have your whole army behind it? Normally we see players aggressively loading and unloading. Innovation loads his sturdiest units, the Marauder, and nothing else. One Marauder full. He's not trying to deal damage, he's trying to make sure all his units stay alive, and uses his forward force of some Marauders to step in and then do the kill sequence. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's load up the next game against Squirtle. And it's going to be on Frost. Here what we're going to see Innovation do is an opening that has one of these early pushes, and it's kind of similar to what we saw in the last game where Innovation does an early push, but the purpose of the build order is not to be non-stop super aggressive. It's a very damage-heavy build that basically let Innovation get those 2 barracks up. So here we see Innovation going for a very normal-looking command center first into 3 barracks play. Gets double gas. He's going to get out a tech lab. Come on, tech lab. Yeah, there we go. Now, traditionally, what the Terran player will do is get stim, build some units, and then just keep them here for defense, while teching up to a starport and all that good stuff. Or the player will get more add-ons and do a more deliberate push. Innovation is going to do a very, I guess, a weird-looking play if you are not used to seeing it. Look at this. We have the factory. We have the engineering bay. These are all the telltale signs that what Innovation is doing is playing standard. He's going to go for the medevac-based stuff. But what always impresses me is when a player thinks flexibly, the SCV got there and sees, wow, a lot of sentries. Lots and lots of sentries. I wonder what that could be about. If you're building sentries that early, you're probably going to need to use them to stay alive. Otherwise, why the hell are you building the sentries? So Innovation literally just walks forward. Squirtle biffs the force field. And up Innovation marches. Typically, with a play like this, Protoss can kill this off and be fine. Because the Terran player focused on getting the add-ons early, so he's screwed on his tech. But Innovation didn't go for a 3 barracks with 3 add-on rush. He just did a normal play. So even though Squirtle is going to hold this off and is going to stay alive, medevacs are coming incredibly soon. Down everything goes. In fact, there wasn't terribly many workers killed. 7's not a lot. Innovation, command center on the low ground. Gets 2 barracks as fast as possible. Doesn't miss a beat with macro. Sending these Marines out all the time, all the time. Salvages the bunker when he's feeling safe. And off to the races. Not going to commit. But when you see no stalkers, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Also, a mothership core without a photon overcharge. It's kind of a no-brainer. These are the attacks that look like Innovation is trying to deal boatloads of damage. But if there were really any number of stalkers, Innovation would get the hell out. If there were photon overcharges up, Innovation would get the hell out. We saw that in the first series. Innovation is not forcing these drops to happen. He's just saying, oh, well, I mean, if it's going to be really easy to drop, then I'll do it. Instant he sees stalkers, he just gets the hell out. Great. And back to normal production. Great. And we did a little damage. Let's see if we can go kill him. And we can. Okay, cool. GG. What I love about watching Innovation play is that there's not a lot of magical, crazy, insane things happening. In every Terran vs. Protoss we've seen Innovation do thus far, there's a point where he's on 3 base with 5 barracks that have 3 tech labs, 2 reactors. He has a reactor starport. He has 1-1. He's just doing that. Pretty much every single game. Pretty much? Yeah, I think actually every single game. Commands are on low ground. But if there are opportunities, like in this game, Innovation will take them. If there are potential all-ins, like we saw in the very first game of Part 1, the Blink Stalker all-in, well, he'll pause and defend, and then he'll step forward. And we see consistently in the mid-game, Innovation is not trying to deal damage. He's moving stuff, and if there's an opportunity, he'll take it. But we saw in game number 1, the arousingly boring moves of Innovation, where he moves forward and says, nah, can't kill it. And just comes back home, waits for mines, move out. Sees, I can't really kill that. Pulls back a little bit more. Goes in for a third time. Oh, okay, I can kill it. Nifty. By keeping as many of those Marine Marauder alive, only doing guaranteed damage, Innovation winds up with lots of wins like this. When we come back, we're going to watch the 2 Terran vs. Zerg games that Innovation played against Leenock that have the same tenor to them. Just arousingly boring Terran play, and Innovation's build orders do let him, though, think flexibly. He's going to see some crazy things thrown at him by Leenock, who always does that, but he will have the answers. Yeah.